You know, when people say nursing school is hard, it's not just the subject matter or the content. There are so many factors that play into how hard nursing school can really be, and I want to be open and candid about my experience. Hi everyone, I'm Danielle Denise and welcome to my channel. For those of you who are new, I typically make lifestyle content and videos surrounding my fitness journey and my nursing journey. But today, I just want to get open and candid about how hard nursing school can really be, experiencing burnout, and what I did to get through it. So if you like, be sure to leave a like as a sign of support. And also, if you want, you can go ahead and subscribe and turn on that notification bell so that you don't miss an upload. So let me break it down. Nursing school is already hard enough as it is, but like in a pandemic, girl, like there's the coursework, there's self-teaching the coursework, there's the Zoom lectures where you're not really learning a thing, there's the time management, time for studying and time for like taking time for yourself. There's clinicals because I actually still go into the hospital, and there's clinical coursework, and there's online clinical stuff, and then there's my preclinical anxiety that was already there before the panoramic, and then now post-pan, there's new clinical anxiety because you're like, who might have it, and then there's a panty in general. And then on top of that, balancing all that life likes to throw at you in nursing school. Middle of my program, beginning of the panty, I don't know if you guys have noticed, I'm a bit pigmented. And everything that was going on towards the beginning, even through now, was very eye-opening to see how some of the people closest to me reacted to what was going on, and just finding out that certain people are really not your friends, and for certain people you're really just a token. So that was great. It's just been a really heightened emotional time, heightened stress, especially with the election. For some people, I know it doesn't matter to them which way it goes, but for some of us it's pretty important. And then I lost about 3 family members since I started this program last year. And then top that all off with the pressure that I would put on myself and the pressure that I felt from people watching me throughout this program, as well as professors, just to be great and do great. And not to say that I'm the only person of color in my cohort, but I am the only deeply pigmented person in my cohort. If you follow I'm the only black one. So it's a lot of pressure, especially when sometimes you feel that imposter syndrome and feeling like there's nobody else in this space that looks like me. And even not even in just my cohort, even in other cohorts and other programs, it's not too many of us. No. So you kind of feel very underrepresented. You kind of feel like people are looking at you like you're less than. So there's that too. And just that pressure, like a feeling like you always have to prove yourself to somebody. And like, I don't owe y'all anything. I got here because I worked just as hard as anybody else, if not twice as hard, because as a black woman, I always have to, really, to get into a lot of spaces. And so when some things come easy for me, I feel this guilt. And you know what? That's a whole nother video. But this video is specifically about burnout. It is a lot to live up to and a lot of expectations. Suddenly, I just found myself feeling completely overwhelmed. And then I realized I was starting to get burned out. And because I'm very familiar with this space and being burned out, I knew that a wave of depression could be on its way. So I needed to do something to stop it immediately. And before I could really use my usual tactics to kind of like tackle burnout before it gets too bad, I noticed my brain compensating for me. In short, my brain just shut off. It just shut down completely. I was noticing my short-term memory getting really bad. I mean, for example, I spent almost the whole day with one of my friends. We had lunch, we just talked about life. We spent like 5 hours together or so. I come home and I'm like, what did I do today? Like, no recollection of the events 2 to 3 hours prior. And it was 5 hours of my time that just Control-Alt deleted, gone. And I had to really think hard to think about what it was that I did that day. And then when I talk, I have a hard time remembering certain words, names, places, faces, anything. And it is so frustrating. And I was thinking, isn't it funny? This semester, I'm the one writing a literature review about patients with dementia, and I'm the one with the memory problems. Where did this come from? Why is this happening? And let me not get started on the amount of appointments and meetings I would miss. It didn't matter that I had a planner, a calendar, an alarm clock, anything. My brain was like, you know what you have to do today? A nap. We're gonna take it. So me realizing that my brain isn't on the same page as reality, I had to do whatever I could just to keep going, even if it was the bare minimum. And I didn't care what anybody had to say about it, as long as I was taking care of me. Because I am a priority in all of this. And I kid you not, I don't know if I said it before in this video, but like, I'm watching people already in the field that I'm going into burning out and leaving their career. I haven't even started my career yet, and I'm burning out. Like, I can't have that happen. Just making sure I don't ramble too much. But when experiencing burnout, I've noticed 3 things that probably need to happen. Either you just need to take a break, find new hobbies, or it's a gentle nudge to tell you it's time to move on. There's something new for you, and no matter which one of those 3 options you take, you're gonna be okay. But it's time to change something. What I needed to do was remind myself of why I'm doing it, and something else that helped was finding something new to look forward to. And just the first steps to kind of tackle burnout, or when it gets really bad, it's similar to how I had to get out of depression, which was just taking baby steps. If I could only do the bare minimum, that's what I needed to do. And if I could only do one thing at a time, that's what I needed to do. And just taking it day by day, tiny step by tiny step by tiny step, just to get a big goal accomplished. And when you're doing that, don't feel bad about it. Don't feel like you have to apologize for it. Don't look back on it and feel like, dang, I could have done better. I should have done better. That was the best you could do at that time, and that's all that there is. That's it. That's all. Like, when it comes to assignments, I can choose not to do them at all, or I can just still do them so that I can get through it. Because a 75% and 85%, anything else that isn't what I thought I was gonna get is 1,000 times better than 0% in failing out of a class or failing out of a program. If the minimum is what you can do, that is okay. You're still gonna be a great nurse, a great PA, a great MP, a great doctor, a great anything you want to be. It doesn't make you less of a person or less than anybody else in your career field or in your space. It doesn't make you any less you if you take time for yourself, take a break, and try to fix the situation you're in. Protect yourself and protect your well-being. Don't lose yourself in the progress of getting another degree or something, okay? Don't lose yourself. Don't get lost in any of this. Don't lose touch for why you're doing this. Don't burn out before your career really starts. I mean, it could get worse. If you don't stop burnout in its tracks, here comes depression. And then what? Then you're really not going to do anything. Unless you have functional depression. Really, truly seek help as well. Talk to your therapist. Talk to someone you trust and find solutions specific for you. This is just my personal journey and what I have to do and what I'm currently doing. But take care of yourself. You're number one. You're number one. And don't feel sorry for it. I want you guys to always remember that. And even myself, if I come back and I look at this video again in the future, remember to take care of yourself, be kind to yourself, be gentle, give yourself grace, and keep yourself as a priority. Because your patients won't have you if you drop out. Your patients won't have you if you give up. Imagine the lives that you're still planning on saving or helping in the future. It's bigger than you, but take care of yourself. You are human. You are a person who needs to be taken care of. You can start by taking care of yourself too. Anywho, before I go on to such a long tangent and rant about it, let me tell you where I am now. I'm currently in the last week of my didactic portion of my accelerated BSN. Next semester is my residency and just like an elective course, and then I will have my BSN. But, gotta keep going. It's an entry-level Master's of Science in Nursing, if you didn't know. I'll go into more depth about what it is that I'll be doing for my nurse residency and everything in a separate video. I am starting that a little early, so this last week of school, I'm finishing up final assignments, my current clinical rotation, and then starting my nurse externship for residency. So it's a lot going on this week, and respectfully, coming out of a burnout phase and everything into something else that has brought me joy. It's an interesting place to be in because almost lost me. But I'll go more in depth in another video. This video was just specific for my fellow students out there or fellow people out there going through burnout or experiencing it, and just me needing to share this. It's been so challenging going through nursing school as a whole, and so rewarding at the same time. I do want to make a more in-depth video about things I wish I would have known about nursing school before getting into it, but this is definitely one of the big things about it. It's just that it is hard, and it's not just the schoolwork. The coursework is definitely challenging and difficult, but balancing life on top of that is what really takes it to that next level of difficulty. So I'll definitely do a more expansive video to really help out you future nursing students or other future healthcare professionals, because really, what a wild time to be in. Seriously, just remember, take care of yourself, show yourself love and kindness, especially if you don't have a really strong support system. And always think of you. Check in with yourself, see what you need, and tend to those needs. Love yourself, be kind to yourself, be gentle, show yourself some grace, and I will see you in my next upload. I just want to thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.